Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Monday, February 28th, 2022. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Before we get into the charts here, I do want to remind you that if you are in PivotBoss Masters, this week is live sessions week. If you go to the PivotBoss Masters dashboard and log in, you'll be able to see the schedule for this week. Today we begin at 4 p.m. Central with our first course, and then go into the live trading sessions the rest of the week. So go to the PivotBoss Masters dashboard and see the schedule there. Additionally, I will be hosting a free open event tomorrow, Tuesday, March 1st at 4 p.m. Central for our monthly market outlook. We're going to cover stocks, futures, cryptocurrencies, and talk opportunities as we've now hit new lows here for the year and could provide which could provide some great opportunities heading into March and throughout the rest of the quarter. So again, join me tomorrow for our monthly market outlook at 4 p.m. Central. This is a free event to anyone who wants to attend. All right, let's take a look here at the ES. You'll see right now I have the quarterly pivots up right here. This is the previous quarter's low. This is last year's closing value. And so far, reaction at the previous quarter's low got a bounce. The secondary reaction was a lower low failure last week with a tremendous two-day rally. Here, Sunday night, we got an open way down here below the midpoint of Monday's range, but we're seeing at least an initial test and hold of the previous quarter's low. If price is going to be able to hold this zone today, and we can close with strength here, there could be a continuation higher this week. Again, we could be looking back toward 4,400 and perhaps even moving back toward 4,550. Again, the overall downtrend remains intact. So even if we do bounce, are we going to see another round of weakness here up ahead? At this moment, 4,600 remains a big time level, and you got to cross that in order to open up more upside ahead as this downtrend remains intact. So right now, in the short term for today, continuing to watch here that quarterly low at around 4,250. Bulls want to keep that bid for a push higher this week. If we take a look here at the NQ, you'll see here the NQ testing a key range low. This is a key range right here, the one we talked about on that 8-day decline. You see the rejection of the key range low, and right here, this is today trying to hold the bottom of that key range. Bulls trying to keep it bid. Again, very similar to what we're seeing in the ES right now off the previous quarter's low. If price can continue to hold that level, that 13,706, again, there's a shot to bounce here back to the FOMC key level above and perhaps as high as 15K where recent resistance is. Very similar to the ES, price really needs to get above that 15,250, 15,300 in order to open up some upside, as price could rally and still see another round of weakness up ahead given the downtrend we're seeing. So right now, bulls trying to keep that key range low bid for a shot at pushing this thing back up this week. A failure there could be significant in both the ES and the NQ. Let's take a look at crude oil. Again, crude oil is not one to sell right now given the overall geopolitical issues that are happening right now in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Again, right now you see just strength overall and increased volatility based on that. Additionally, it's already been a bullish inflationary market. Every time this thing pulls back, it tends to bounce again. So even though we're seeing a bit of selling pressure off these highs right now, again, not the easiest to sell crude oil in this environment right now. Instead, every pullback remains a buying opportunity. You still have your great key range or key levels here. 96 to 86 is very important. 86 down to 76 is very important. 76 down to 66 is very important. These 10-point increments have been very important. So if there is some sort of acceptance above 96s, it could open up the next level above into 106. All right, let's take a look now at Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now down 2.5%. But you can see right here again, similar to some of these other markets right now, forming a low, trying to hold right now on this early pullback. If bulls can continue to hold this zone, perhaps there's a short-term rotation back to 40K. So right now the range is basically 38K or 37.5 to about 40K as this thing builds in here. Again, as we mentioned before, this thing needs above 40K in order to open up 44, 45, 46 perhaps. In the short term, a failure here, and you really start to put pressure down below. And this market has been one that any price below 35K right now has been strongly defended. So if there's a failure at 35K, that could open up quite a meltdown, similar to this phase here, where you just drop through 35K. As of right now, 35K had been tremendous support, not only this year, but all the way back. That was the level that was bid here back in July that opened up the move back towards 70. So right now, again, above 40 can open up some upside, but we are in the range right now and just kind of holding at the moment. If we take a look at ETH, Ether futures here down 3% today, but showing similar price action to Bitcoin. A strong rejection recently, holding the midpoint and sitting right here just below 2,800. Very similar to Friday. We needed above 2,800. Same thing today. Above 2,800 opens up a move back toward 3,200, maybe 3,300. But again, it's very, very close here to seeing a failure as well. Any push through that midpoint of Thursday's range or close below there on a daily closing basis could open up a bit more downside. Very similar to Bitcoin, though. Prices here, especially below 2,300, 2,400, defended big time. Very similar to that 35K level since last July. So this is a big time market structure level. Bulls really want to keep it bid and stay, say, between 23 and 33, because a failure at 23 here opens up that move to the next support level down. That's 1,700. That would be a tremendous buying opportunity to bring this thing back to value down the road. So again, watching 2,500 for signs of failure, and short-term bulls need above 2,800. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the week. We got a full week on the docket here. PivotBoss Masters is on the schedule, and tomorrow we have our monthly outlook as well. So again, check out the schedules here online, and looking forward to the week. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.